And the next one, when you go to surface chemistry, the purely theoretical question, mainly in adsorption, Freundlich's adsorption isotherms, very, very important problem based on adsorption isotherms. Difference between physical and chemical adsorption, just you have to go through the comparison. And next one, in the colloidal solutions, the properties of colloids, particularly coagulation, gold number, positive colloids and negative colloids, related questions will be given, theoretical questions. And the next one, in the catalysis, the mainly the characteristics of biocatalyst, very, very important one. Okay, there we have to focus much. Next one, when you go to chemical kinetics, the particularly problem based on first order reactions and half-life. Next one, effect of temperature on rate of the reaction. The problems based on effect of temperature and rate of the reaction will be given. Okay, that area we have to focus. And next one is in electrochemistry. In the electrochemistry, mainly Faraday's law, Nernst equation, and problems based on the batteries. Those areas, every point is important only. But when within the 1 week time or less time, so where we have to focus means the particular areas we have to focus. Okay, and the next one, when you go to metallurgy, the metallurgy you go through NCERT textbook thoroughly. Ores, very important one. Various refining methods are there and the purifying methods are there, and most of the times questions will be given based on refining and purification methods. And nowadays they are focusing on Ellingham diagram also. One more important one, Ellingham diagram. And what are the ores of various metals, that area we have to clear the concentrate. And next one, the polymers. The polymers and what are the monomers of each and every polymer, and the uses of the various polymers. According to NCERT textbook, you have to learn the monomers of various polymers and the uses of polymers, and that area we have to focus. Vulcanization of rubber and natural rubber, synthetic rubber, bunion, bunias, and nylon 6,6, nylon 2,6, nylon 6. In those areas we have to focus. The polymers is very small chapter, and if you focus much you can answer very easily. And when you go to chemistry in everyday life, then we have 13, 14 class of various chemicals are there, and a classification of clear the drugs we have seen, and analgesics, antibiotics, disinfectants, tranquilizers, anti-fertility drugs, artificial sweetening agents, and etc. etc. We have various types. For each and every one, we have to learn examples. When any particular example is given, you should be able to find that drug belongs to which category. And nowadays they are giving the detailed structures of the drugs and how many active centers are, optically active centers are there, and how many functional groups are there. Such type of questions giving, it is quite difficult to answer because they are giving different type of structures, but you try to remember as many as possible. But every structure is very difficult to remember each and every structure, but you try to remember as many as possible. Okay, and the next one, in the biomolecules, mainly we have to focus on carbohydrates and structure of carbohydrates. In this one, the linkages in the various carbohydrates. For example, sucrose is there, and maltose is there, and lactose is there, and starch, cellulose, which type of linkages are there, and glycosidic linkages that you have to remember. And the proteins, isoelectric point of clear the proteins you have to remember, and the types of amino acids, acidic, basic, neutral amino acids, all the 20 amino acid structures we have to remember. And that may be difficult, but you have to remember the structures and the isoelectric point, those values we have to do. And next one is in the DNA and RNA, particularly hydrogen bonds, purine bases and pyrimidine bases, the bonds present between clear the which bases, that is very important one. And now particularly when you go to the coordination chemistry, that is a very important one. The sometimes 2 or 3 questions also will be given. The particularly the nomenclature, valency bond theory, crystal field theory, and isomerism also. In isomerism, each and every point from NCERT textbook you have to focus. That cannot be, that chapter cannot be neglected. That is very, very important one. In the 15th group elements, if you see, the particularly ammonia and nitric acid. Next one, the oxo acids of nitrogen and phosphorus, very important one. When you go to 16th group, oxoacids of sulfur, 17th group, oxoacids of chlorine, and their general trends you have to remember. Then when you go to 18th group, just you should go through the complete 18th group from the clear the textbook, because it's a very small chapter. You can answer each and every question very easily. And when you go to clear the D and F block elements, the general trends, the better to go through the Telugu Academy or NCERT textbook questions. Then most of the times you get questions based on them. And in the D block elements, KMnO4 and K2CR2O7, the preparation properties we have to discuss. And you have to go through them, the preparation properties of KMnO4 and potassium dichromate. Okay. And the next one, the F block elements, particularly you must focus on electronic configuration only. Okay. Now, then organic chemistry, if you see, in alkyl and aryl halides, the Nemood reactions. In the entire textbook, we have nearly 43 to 44 the Nemood reactions and the standard reactions, including standard reactions and Nemood reactions. 40 to 43 are there, and you must focus on them. All the Nemood reactions and very standard reactions you should focus. And SN1, SN2 reaction, their comparison and order of SN1, SN2 reactions you have to remember. That is very, very important one. And when you go to alcohols, acidic nature of alcohols, very, very important one. And the phenols, acidic nature of phenols, mainly we have to focus on electrophilic substitution reactions of phenols. Then ethers, when you go to ethers, Williamson synthesis is very, very important one. And the next one is reaction with HI, cold dilute HI, hot concentrate HI reactions, very, very important one in case of ethers. And polyhalogen compounds, the textbook content you have to go through them, and important points, iodoform and chloroform, iodoform, DDT like compounds, very important one. So that you have to revise. And next one, when you go to aldehydes and ketones, mainly standard Nemood reactions we have to focus in aldehydes, ketones. We have many Nemood reactions in aldehydes and ketones. Just you go through thoroughly. Generally you get 2 questions from aldehydes and ketones. The many Nemood reactions are there in aldehydes and ketones. NCERT textbook, Stephens reduction, Clemmensen reduction, Wolff-Kishner reduction, Tollens reaction, and Itard reaction, like that many Nemood reactions are there. I am not going to mention each and every reaction now, but many reactions are there. Aldol condensation, Cannizaros reaction, like that many reactions are there. You focus on at least the Telugu Academy, clear the examples and Telugu Academy questions. And the carboxylic acids, mainly the properties of carboxylic acids, the acidic nature of carboxylic acid, and decarboxylation we have to focus much. How to decarboxylate and which carboxylic acids can be decarboxylated easily, and that area. And next one, amines, the basic nature of amines, and electrophilic substitution reactions of aniline, very, very important one. And finally, benzene disonium chloride, that is most important one. Benzene disonium chloride is a very small topic, but most of the times questions will be given based on that one. Okay, now, so like this. And when you go to general and simple chapters, for example, environmental chemistry is their first year. And next one, already we have discussed this one, chemistry in everyday life, and polymers, and metallurgy, surface chemistry, and 18th group elements. Those are very small chapters, but from those chapters generally you will be getting one question most of the times. And highest priority should be given to coordination compounds and chemical bonding. Next one is the inorganic, the few areas you have to give much focus, particularly the Nemood reactions we have to go through thoroughly. And next one, the very, very important one is, so generally you are learning many things. You are going to the examination hall, but one point remember here, when you, before entering into the examination hall, you may have some fear, that is common. But once, if you enter into the examination hall, you should not have any fear, because you cannot do in an examination hall. You cannot read there, you cannot do anything. Only thing is, you have to fight against the question paper. You remove the complete fear, complete tension from your brain. You focus only on the question paper. Then many questions will be stored in your brain. Automatically you get answers. You 100% focus only on the question paper. Please don't focus on the result. You should not have any fear. You should not have any tension. The mainly choosing the questions is very important one. How to choose the question, which type of question must be answered. The minimum for chemistry paper, you have to give 45 minutes time, 45 minutes to 1 hour. The ideally, if you take 45 minutes, that will be good for your examination, because that 15 minutes time you can use for mathematics or physics. In the 45 minutes, just simple technique now, in the present model, you have 30 questions, you have to attempt only 25 questions. First section, 20 questions will be there. You have to attempt all the 20 questions. In the second section B, 10 questions will be there. Out of 10, you have to answer 5 questions. Then second part, it's very easy. No negative marking. Out of 10, you have to choose 5 questions. The selection of questions very important one. You choose simple questions, less time consuming papers, questions, then you can answer very easily. And there we have to answer 5 questions. And the next one, out of 20 questions, minimum, if you attempt 10 questions, you will be in a comfortable zone, safe zone. There out of 10, 5 questions over. Out of 20, if you answer 10 questions, 10 plus 5, 15 questions, 15 into 4, 60 marks, you will be in safe zone. I don't say it's a very comfortable zone, but it is a safe zone. Out of 20, you can choose 10 questions very easily. You choose the question number 1 easy, you write it. Question number 2 lengthy, tricky, leave it. Question number 3 easy. First you write all the easy questions one by one. You may get 10 questions out of 20 or 12 questions or 13 questions. If you do 13, 14 questions out of 20, that will be a very good thing. Then you can stop there. You should not go for any negative marking. Please you think, out of 10, 5 questions. Out of 20, if you write 10 questions accurately, you will be in a safe side or safe zone. Your percentile will be nearly 99 percentile will be there. 99 plus percentile will be there if your score is 60 plus. And from there onwards, every question will be an advantage to you. Every question will be an advantage to you. Means accuracy is very important than the number. If you answer 30 questions and if you write most of them wrong, it is very bad. Out of 20, 10 questions minimum, last 10 questions, 5 questions minimum, you will be in safe zone. See, it's very easy. So in every paper of 30 questions, nearly 18 to 19 questions or 20 questions will be easy only, or average questions. Remaining 10 maybe difficult, moderate to difficult, or difficult questions will be there. But if you answer 20 questions, you will be in the best position. Like that you have to do. When enter into the examination hall, you should leave the total fear. You should be tension free. 100% you should fight against the paper, and no doubt you can score well. Okay. So all the best, my dear students. Okay. Thank you.